I think the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia had a call with Emmanuel Macron yesterday where he reiterated the commitment for OPEC Plus's production agreement. Has there been an explicit U.S. request to Saudi or to members of OPEC Plus to increase production given what's happening right now?
Well, without getting into specific details from here, just because it wouldn't be constructive to our overarching objectives, we have been in touch. I think you may remember that Brett McGurk and Amos Hochstein made a trip to the region just a few weeks ago to have conversations with the Saudis and others about a range of topics, including the conflict in Yemen, but also to have a conversation about the need to address any impact on the global markets, global oil markets that we expect at the time could happen, and could continue to happen as a result of President Putin's invasion.
Was any requests made for a specific production increase?
Again, there has been an ongoing discussion about steps that we can all take as a global community to address any volatility in the market.
And then given, I think, the speed and scale of the ramp up on the sanctions side of things over the course of the last 72 hours, does the U.S., European allies have a threshold for which they view if you cross this, it would be viewed as an act of war by President Putin? As in, how do you calibrate your actions in terms of response and what may be coming back?
Well, he's already in a war, committed an act of war, invaded a sovereign country.
For NATO countries or EU?
Oh, you mean for NATO countries to act further in terms of further military steps or further sanctions?
If you game out, game out what a response would be, given the scale of the sanctions package that was unveiled, is there a line that if we do this sanction or if we go this far, then that would for sure draw a response directly towards the U.S. or towards the EU from Russia?
Well, if you look at the significance of the steps we've taken to date, including the announcements over the weekend about cutting off major financial banks in Russia from the SWIFT banking system, we have continued to escalate and build in close coordination and alignment with the Europeans. Unity is a top principle for President Biden as we take steps forward. That doesn't happen on its own. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens as a result of a lot of conversations, diplomacy, and hours by the president and others on his national security team behind the scenes. But the other piece, just to get to the core of your question, that we very much weigh is maximizing the impact on President Putin, the Russian elite, the economy, while minimizing it on the global markets and the American people. So as we look at steps to take, I mean, even if you look at the impact on the energy sector, you know, we have taken steps. We have not taken some steps on energy sanctions, in part because we weigh that. That doesn't mean they're off the table. They remain on the table. But Europeans, for example, are very concerned about further price spikes on gas in particular. Their prices have gone up 335% over the last year and 26% over the last 5 days. So sanctioning energy would affect Russia's income stream. Certainly that would be a reason to do it, but it would also have extreme consequences on the world energy markets, particularly for our allies in Europe. So I use that as an example because we have to weigh all of the factors as we weigh whether to take additional steps. We have additional steps we could take, but we consider all of those factors as we make determinations.
And the last one, just real quick, is the Biden administration considering following what the EU and Canada did and barring Russian flights from the U.S. at any point?
I don't have anything to update you on that front at this point in time. There are obviously a range of options that remain on the table. So it's not off the table, but I don't have anything to announce and no decision made.